Very good morning to everyone. Welcome to today's session, Change Your Mind and Change Your Life. Today, our speaker, Chandra Shetty. Chandra Shetty, she is practicing Anapanasati meditation from 2019. She is she is a regular meditator. She is actively participating all PMC's activities. When she do meditation, she will get a lot of mudras, and also she is working on the. She's also writing a book about the mudras. So let's welcome Chandra Shetty. Please, today she gonna talk about third eye. Welcome, Chandraji.
Okay, thank you, Sridevi. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for the opportunity for speaking today. So for me, I'm going to speak about my journey and also in general about third eye. So for me, when first someone said about third eye, I remembered Shiva because Shiva's image was primarily with the very distinct feature of representation is the third eye, very big picture. So that was a third eye for me. And in the process, I also recognized that, yes, Shiva is called a destructor. Yes, we have the creator, the sustainer, the destructor. And during the initial stages, the destructor was a bad thing. But then, as I understand more, that we have to make room for newer things. So this is a very important part of it. This is not just on a spiritual level, it's also from our daily life. If we want to create something new, we have to first remove the clutter that is there in our system. We put it out and make room for the new ones. And that is part of how, at least I think, that I have to improve myself. And in this process, if you see, right, the other part in Shiva is like, he goes on as part of the destruction, or part of this cosmic dance of Tandava. I see it as our daily lives. We get up, we take care of the family, we take most of us work, we go out, grind for our daily lives, for income. We've got to take care of our children, we've got to take care of family. So that is the Tandava in our lives. And then the other representation that we see of Shiva is, yes, he takes care of the family. He has a family picture with his family, his wife, kids. And then we see a third version of him sitting in meditation. So majority of the pictures that we see in his form, other than Linga, is his meditative state. He sits there like a rock. And that representation is also teaching me that in spite of all this grind that we have in our daily life, we have to go into that state of being, of that unity or that oneness that is. And when we go into that oneness, we go into a space where nothing exists, or we don't see any difference between good or bad per se. Like nothing seems to be bad for I should not say that, not necessarily the actions, but people and the situations around us, nothing seems to be bad. So we are in that state when we make some time and we go into that space to introspect and be in that sacred space of oneness without any discrimination. We go inward. And when we go inward, our different faculties start coming into picture. And the first thing, majority of the time, people, what they do is they start sensing their bodies, and then they start seeing colors. They see as part of the tunnel. And that is what we generally call it as a third eye experience. Third eye, majority of the time we think of, because of the representation of third eye here, any experience in our between our eyebrows or the forehead, or what we see is only third eye. But it is not limited to only that. There are various aspects. But primarily because we're talking about visual as part of it, I'm going to first talk about that. So we can see, most of us see colors as an indication. So what it could be there, it could be anything. It could be, initially we may not understand it. And then we may slowly understand what those colors represent. Primarily, it represents on the various colors that are represented in the chakra system. So that may be directly equivalent to where we need to focus on or where we need to improve on, or there is a message within it. It may not necessarily be the same message for everyone. It could be completely dependent on what is needed for us. So when the universe gives us messages, it is very, very customized to us and how best we will be able to understand it. It could just happen that a flash of a light, we may understand that message. In other cases, we may not understand that immediately, but eventually we will be given more hints, and then we will get a bigger picture. Maybe at that certain information, when it is given to us, when we see an image or a picture or maybe a moving movie per se, it may not come together at that point, but bits and pieces will slowly come into play, because maybe at that we are not necessarily ready to get the complete picture. Okay. And then the other symptoms that we see is we may feel like cold, very cold in between our eyebrows, or it may become warm. We may get some itchy sensation. We may get pulling, just like pulling and pushing here, sharp. That may also be other experiences. This is primarily based on the pineal gland. That's not necessarily between our eyebrows, but center of the brain. It is like very, very deep, about 4 inches into it, which normally intersects between your eyebrows and your Brahmarandra or the core. So wherever that intersection is, that's where. It's a very, normally it is light sensitive, but light doesn't necessarily go into our brain. So primary access is when we go into meditation. Yes, so that is at a high level. But the other aspects it is that the intuitions that we get, that's also part of our third eye experiences. And again, the portal may not necessarily be from here between our eyebrows or from the pineal gland. Sometimes we have this intuition or the gut feeling, we say it as. And normally that gut, the reason why we call gut is like from our mid area, or that is a different chakra. Here we call it as a Ajna chakra, and the gut is the Manipura chakra. So the input for this information are from different portals or from different chakras. It could be anything at other places too. So when we get that gut feeling, that's also the input that we get from different sources to put a complete picture of what we do. So one thing I can say is like if I just say that, oh, you know what, I saw in my meditation, I saw a broom. If I share this experience, different people have different pictures of the broom. One, if someone was hardworking, what they may see is that, okay, I've got to clean up, I've got to do this work. But if I tell a child, for them it is fun, it is Halloween or a fairy tale, they may be very fascinated with that. Or someone who's into books, they may say, oh, Harry Potter. So it has very, very different pictures for it. Each person will have a different understanding of it. When that state happens, you have to realize that with just this example, what I see as a broom may be completely different. And as I said, universe has a very unique way of expressing itself and communicating, and that message is unique. And that is what I will understand. So one example that I can share in my personal life as to how third eye experience has helped me is like, I've always struggled with spirituality. Like, so for me, I always think when someone says we are made of the image of light, what is that? No matter what that is, or the image of God, I would think as, okay, maybe our DNA structure, we are coming, because the first cell was created from that. And then as we come down, there must be some sort of contamination. There has to be some type of contamination. It cannot be from whatever is God images. Still, that is there in me. I just couldn't accept it. So I've always struggled with that, right from childhood, or at least till from my teenagers. And once I started becoming a regular meditator, and I had this question, but when I sat in meditation, that was not the question that I had. In my experience, I was shown a brass lamp, a big lamp. There's one light there, and then a smaller clay lamp. It was just lit from the bigger lamp. And that one vision completely answered all of my questions, and I did not need any other answers. Maybe I could have had debates on this for hours or days or weeks with another person. Someone may have tried to explain to me what that means, that we are made in the image of God. I would not have agreed to them. I would have had my own argument, and I would have come up with my own explanation to say why it is not. But just by showing that image, all my doubts were cleared. I knew that was the purity. If God is there, if that is the light, that is the image, that me, that the small clay lamp was the same. There was no difference from me from that perspective. So it is a very unique thing. And also when we say third eye is open for everyone. It doesn't necessarily have to be for meditators. Even if you're a non-meditator, you see the exact same thing. So, but as you meditate more, it becomes more sharp. So I can give you another example. Like, okay, this is my experience as a meditator, but prior to being meditator, like I had bank accounts across. It has never happened that a single branch has closed for me. I've been in this country for a long enough time, and I have enough bank accounts across. Anytime I change job or something, it was convenient, I opened that. When I saw a particular bank when I was driving around, I had my safe deposit was there. And I'm like, oh, this is going to close quickly. I don't know why I had this feeling. For 3 months, it's like, oh, it's going to close. Every time I pass it, it's going to close, it's going to close. And then Normally everything is online. I don't get any mails. But I got a mail and I'm holding that mail in my hand. And I'm like, oh, this is the mail which says that the branch is going to close. I've got to get my things from the safe deposit. I take it, very confident this is a message. I open it and it was a message. And then suddenly I freak out. This can't be true. How can it be true? I did not want to accept it in a way. I was actually afraid. So if we get afraid, there are two things in it. The reason I'm sharing this. If we try to be afraid, or if we get afraid, then we are closing some other faculties. That the Muladhara chakra is another input where if you fear, it's gonna close. You're gonna close that input in itself. That's why we should not be afraid of this capability. And the second thing is, we shouldn't feel less about ourselves. That we should not feel that. Why are we? Or only someone very superior, someone has been in the Himalayas, someone is somewhere more than us is capable of it. So combining this, we should just allow things to just happen and just go with it. And as I said, experiences are unique. So we do not need to go to someone else as the experience, as I said, different pieces. And each one, when they see a broom, is different. So if we share our experience with someone else, they may try to give a completely different input to our experience, which may have absolutely nothing to do with what the vision has been shared to us. So if you don't get the answer immediately, just wait. In due time, it's going to come. So thank you. So with this, I'm going to we can go into meditation. Let me share the music.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 27 of 41-day beginner meditation challenge. Change your mind, change your life. Today's topic is aura, and we have Ratna Shetty ji who will be presenting the topic, followed by meditation.
Let me increase a little bit, Sridevi, music volume.
Yes, Chandraj.
Please close your eyes. And get into the space. Oneness. If you're wearing specs, you may remove them. If you can get into meditation directly, you may go. Or we can first relax our bodies. We can take 3 deep breaths, completely inhaling, filling our abdomen. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders, back, arms, deep breath. And exhale. And last one. Breathe into your entire body. As you exhale, relax, letting go of anything that you may have. We can get into it later. But at this time, it is just for us. Your awareness to your incoming and outgoing breath. Allow the light to enter into you. Feel the light go to every corner of your body, every cell. Feel how your entire body filled with light.
last 5 minutes more, dear friends.
Start preparing ourselves. Go back to our bodies. And help yourself by taking a deep breath. Simply wiggle your toes. Your fingers. Gently Come out. Back to your body. Those who want to continue, please continue. Palms together. And gently place them over your eyes. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remove your hands from your eyes and slowly open them when you're ready. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the opportunity. If anyone wants to share your experience, please do so.
Thank you, Chandraji, for sharing the third eye experiences. Your third eye experience are very special. It's like very good. And also, you told Shiva Tandavam is like our daily chores. It's very good.
Thank you, Chandra, for sharing knowledge about third eye. You put it in a very different perspective in a very detailed way. Thank you for that.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yes, of course. Let people continue their meditations. If no questions, we can end it.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chandra. Lovely talking about third eye and very structured presentation. Thank you. And thank you for a very good meditation. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for sharing your energies. And Happy New Year, everyone. I know we have one more day.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
All right. Okay. Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, friends. See you all tomorrow. Thank you for joining today's session.